I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through Tim. I'm going to go through him a little bit quicker now because still have quite a bit to cover, and there's so many goodies in here for these cases that walk in your door. Okay, this is a tough one, and I have a tough time sharing this one because this gentleman, he's a veteran and little PTSD, grinding, bruxing, wearing his teeth out. To coin some terms I've seen, this was his second dentition. His first were the teeth he was born with and grew up with, and then he has his second. Then he has his third, and when he got to this point, he's just done. Doesn't want to do anymore. So, not really a revision, but I'm telling you his story. So, in the interest of saving bone, which is we promoted as much as possible, FP1 whenever possible. We went through an FP1 surgery. Dr. Castedo did a beautiful job. He even used these vertical suturing techniques. In the bottom right, pull the tissue, allow it to grow into place, allow the bone to backfill from the grafting. Just beautiful. Okay, so here we are at the fourth dentition, which is an FP1. We preserved the bone. We have nice crown and bridge, nice symmetry. Everything's going good. Patient's having a good time. And this is an interesting thing here. I won't dwell on this too much, but there's something you learn when you're doing FP1s. You give the tissue room to grow. We made a mistake here, and we designed it with tissue pressure, and we had a nice foam call on it. We opened up the embrasures on the right. See how we opened them way up beyond what you might think? And the tissue grew in. You'll see, totally grew in just a couple of weeks. It's wonderful. Okay, so there's magic. I mean, it was like magic. 2 weeks later, the tissue grew in. But in that time, he lost an implant. Number 14, number 15, lost the implant. And now, where are we? We have a bruxing patient, a lot of parafunction. What are we going to do? We're going to over-engineer this case. Okay, so now we're at a revision. Micron mapper, intraoral scan of micron mapper scan bodies. I didn't mention that before, but that middle image, the pink one, that is, yes, that's a micron mapper export, but the bottom image, you just simply take your intraoral scanner, scan the tissue, scan the palate, and scan the actual micron mapper scan bodies. You don't need healing collars, not with us. Just scan them, and we can match that all together. Upper, lower, left there, upper, lower bite, scan the tissue, right? Scan the tissue. It's ideal if you take the prosthetics out, scan the tissue. Scan the prosthetics 360. It helps a lot with aligning things. And then take a CT scan with the micron mapper scan bodies in the mouth. I don't have a very good CT of that, but take the CT with the micron mapper scan bodies in there. They're peak. Maybe they're partly metal, but it's a lot easier to stack when we have those in there as opposed to nothing or a zirconia or metal prosthesis with lots of scatter. All right, then the revision. Here we are. We have his prosthesis. We have, for alignment, for planning, we are going to add a couple of pterygoids. We're going to replace that that implant that failed. Okay, and this is what we're seeing on the screen. We're planning, we're making the guide. We know where the other implants are. Again, we have limited real estate, but here's the other key thing that we're going to talk about. And that is why we want to make a guide with that prosthesis out of the mouth. There's the guide, vortex screw retained, could not be more solid in the mouth. All right, let's go through the surgery. Simple stuff. Screw it down, put it in, and there you go. What a beautiful case. Beautiful. Over-engineered for a parafunctional patient. Tissue grew in. He's just in great shape. Very happy. Couldn't be happier. All right. And this screw down was our answer to the surgical guide that was left far labial to the prosthetics. Right? Because of the draw, because of the path of insertion in the draw and the position of the teeth. So instead, eliminate that obstacle and just screw it right down to the MUAs. Okay, fixed to fixed. This is a screw down style, right? So now we've come full, not circle, with straight line. As we go through all these cases, we've been learning what is the best way to put these prosthetics, put these pin guides in to dial in the accuracy.